Yeah.
like tomorrow when they rain.
Yeah.
Don't think we're
They
gonna
had a lot of
change
tornadoes
tomorrow.
of this same stuff though,
It's
this
not.
line currently yesterday, but we are coming into our evening time where it starts losing its little home to us, so.
I guess this is official swing pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry, it's a little confusing, but the video. We'll get going. All right.
I need to
Talk
give you
to
a
us.
check. So, question is, who do I make it out to?
You need to make it to the town of Versailles. I'm gonna have to talk to Sarah about another account for that money. Because we'll get ourselves in, I don't wanna get ourselves in a pickle again with, like we did with the soccer stuff. So, yeah, make it payable to the town of Versailles. Thank you.
You're welcome. Share friend.
Deposit. And now this, okay, now tell me what we've got here.
So I did, $150 per diamond per day, which would be,
Field per day. Okay.
what, 600 per day, 1,200, and then the rest was diamond dry. I think I did 32 or 36 bags at $15 a bag.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was just the middleman, I was
It's
just kind of
not
like
like
that.
no at all.
Yeah, no, that was kind of an unfortunate situation.
Well, it was, and we appreciate our teams did. I was at Terre Haute at graduation. I couldn't be over here, but in my director, there was one side, he's the first one that directed, he called me, he goes, well, you should know how to welcome a guy back on. So I'm not really breaking these fields.
You threw him to the wolves.
But these guys did a great job, and the teams appreciated it. and-
Good.
and
Good.
That's what they want to see. Now, being realistic, we know you can't do that every week. Like, if you're running on dirt facilities, it just wear everybody out.
Right,
You know?
we know.
And if you
Well-
once or twice a year, they want to get it out there, like, there's you.
This guy's dead.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't do that. But
Yeah.
I am gonna give you guys these.
Okay.
And you can pass it down. I should have printed more copies, but I did want to share this with you. So, the Columbus, the other side, she put together, these formulas that they use for economic impact.
Oh, okay.
She put it together for me real quick.
Okay.
I didn't want to do that, but they took the teams that were here, and they looked at the location, they backed out the local teams, and then they looked at the locations of where they're from. Obviously, there's no hotels here, but some people did camp.
There actually is one hotel.
Oh, there is.
It's right over here.
They actually had the bull seats thing there.
Yeah.
It's a nice
There's
little,
There's 6 rooms right now, and she's building 6 more right now, so there'll be 12.
it's like the exposed brick inside.
And of course, we have the Versailles State Park, so make sure they know that they need to take care of it. Oh, yeah, some of them did. Supposedly one whole team.
Yeah,
they all
bowls,
are-
yeah.
Okay, so
Stayed there.
That's a big thing nowadays.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It's like,
So,
I get campers.
Well,
Team goes and
for us,
camps.
it's the economic impact, I'll just be honest with you. You know, I mean, it's nice if we can make a little money, we get that.
Yep.
But that's what Josh and I talked about, the dirt dry, and I'm like, you know what? They took a chance on us, and they came here, and hopefully they, you know, wanna come back, and,
We did.
and we'll, you know, anything that helps our business is good for our town. You know, we're such a small town,
And you
so.
guys probably talked to some of the businesses, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, we
Good
did.
words, and
Mhm.
it was a good
Yeah,
feedback.
Dairy Queen, they were packed all day long, we said. McDonald's, it was packed all day long, you know, so.
You know, it's typical for restaurants to run out of stuff.
Yeah, right.
You know, sideways, they're running out of bread, or like, whoa, we didn't expect to run
And
out
I've
of
heard
bread.
people talk about going to the grocery store, so we're with IGA and. stuff
Well,
like
I
that,
think
too.
we should do, and I'm gonna do it right now, I think we should do a better job of, advertising that we're trying to come to town this weekend, so we prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Maybe
definitely,
that'll-
it's something you wanna get out in front of, you know, when you're running more tournaments and things, they want to know, they want to be prepared.
Yeah.
They don't
Right.
wanna run out of anything.
Right.
So, but I think that this is probably a very, very accurate number.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
what, how many people come to town and the estimated economic impact.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
probably-
Yeah,
it sounds
I
like
think it's cool.
It sounds like a lot, but, you know, by the time you start food and there's a couple of hotels and camp and
Yeah.
gas and everything, it adds up pretty quick.
yeah.
That's outside money coming in. Like I said,
Yeah, it's not our locals.
That's right.
Which is even better.
Yeah.
So, I will share that with Holly, she's our. Yeah, she'll be happy to see that, she's our director of community development, so. She's the one that knows our developer. The old 1818 building that she bought about 89 years ago and refurbished. It's a beautiful venue.
yeah, like the red
Oh,
brick on that
Rick,
side.
it's,
Oh, man.
you,
Yeah.
someday when you got a little time, well, I'll
It's
just go
just
there and let you
right
learn.
there.
But you can peek in the window over there, it's called the Tanglewood. But she's working on the upstairs, the back building, where they kind of offset. And she's working on that building, the upstairs of that one too.
Is there Airbnbs here?
There are
I was
a few.
told there was a few.
There's one that was just purchased and opened right down here in Main Street,
Okay.
and it overlooks the parkway.
Is that the one back
Beautiful
on?
view,
Parkway?
yes. So that's gonna be big. People, they're chomping at the bit to get into that.
It'd be nice if the state come up with some like cabins or something down there at the state park.
Well,
Of course, that's a whole different cup of tea, but it's.
It's
it'd be
a
nice.
state.
You're working on making one too yesterday.
Yeah, they'll definitely, hit the Airbnbs up, that's becoming.
Yeah,
And
we
the
should probably,
For the
Yeah.
camping's huge, I mean, your team camps a lot.
We do, that's all we,
do you?
yeah.
That's big.
I gotta take my camper out every time we go somewhere.
Well, around here, they can go to Delaware, right?
Yeah, we got Delaware.
There's two of them in Delaware.
Two in Delaware, so that's probably what, 15 miles maybe? And then is Wheelock still available then for weekend camping and stuff? I
My understanding is.
Yeah, and that's 7 or 8 miles that way, and then they're right there.
Yeah.
Got Cliffy down the road, and there's a lot of camping that's available.
Even
This
though-
one tends to pack up though, I'll be honest with you. It's hard to get inside.
Of course, I can't say for other teams, but I know for us, we're always used to driving somewhere, like even when we went to Indiana, it's like the closest place I can find 45 minutes of freedom. I'm fine with
It's
that.
okay,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
I think most teams are too, within
I
reason,
think
if they
they
want
are.
to get a hotel in Madison or something, that's,
Yeah.
25 minutes down the road, Lawrenceburg
Yeah.
30, or,
It's not that,
No.
it's changed a lot.
yeah.
It's changed a lot, from 10 years ago, we would, a tournament in Seymour, and then we would have another tournament in Saraland, that was it. This is in Seymour, it needs to stay here, and this is here, now the tournament's here, so we did one tournament, that Mother's Day Classic was in Versailles, Woodford, Seymour, Saraland,
Really? That's amazing.
and you just break it down by division.
Yeah.
Where they play at, so, but no, it was awesome, the feedback was great from the teams, the coaches. Our staff loved it, everybody was excited. We definitely want to do it again. It's probably gonna be hard to pull off this year because the schedule's already done, and then the fall's just tough. There's a lot of commitments that we have for turf in the fall, and the teams quit playing as much. But it's definitely something that we would like to run a couple more days.
Sure. We welcome you whenever.
also, in the future too, we have this thing called a pumpkin show. I don't know if you've heard been to it.
It's a festival.
It's a festival. This whole square right here is filled up with, it's just like a 4-H fair, it's huge. It's concerts going on, everything, carnival rides, nice stuff, not like anything, it's games. and-
Oh, that'd be fun.
And that's in the September timeframe.
Last weekend in September.
That's where it
Last
is.
weekend.
Like cold.
Yeah.
I mean, we could look at a fall, maybe try to get, I always want people to be cautious, we can try to set, and it's late September, October is better, August is done. They're done.
Yeah, right. Kids start school.
September, you start getting in there, but in September, October is the best, that we could potentially try one, I don't like to fail. We could never run tournaments that don't go, and I'd be like, but I want everybody to go into it, like, we'll give it our best.
Yeah.
So we could probably look at it next year.
I think we can show, I'm sure there's other people got previous pictures of, pumpkin show, the
Oh,
festival.
yeah.
It's-
Where's the festival?
It's
Is
on
it
It's
the
on
here
this,
on the
it just
square?
surrounds the square.
and
That'd be
it's-
good to tie in with something
Yeah.
like that.
And I
It's
think
the
there'll be
last
a lot
week
of-
of September.
Yeah.
It's the last week.
It's a huge, like everybody comes around,
It's
it's
the
a
last week.
fun entertainment thing that I think a lot of people that if they're already in town.
So it'd be like the
They would enjoy
23rd
it.
through the 26th.
Yeah.
25th through 26th.
Yes. Yeah.
Having the fall setting, and
And
it's
then
a
farmers
nice
fairs
festival.
and-
That could be a possibility.
I think have a lot of people talking about that, and want to do it, they'd be like, oh, they have an entertainment for the kids, go to the state park, stay
Yeah.
there, come down here, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, if we put 13U over there, I know we at least got one team.
Right?
You got one.
We got one too.
Well, two. And then if we put 11U, we'll at least have a couple more teams, so
Yeah.
I will look at that, September the 26th weekend.
I would definitely say in future too, the 12U on those 210 fields, we crank some home runs, I'll say that.
You're going to.
Yeah, I mean, kids, look, the problem is I was trying to keep my kids disciplined because they were trying to crank for it, and it's like, just stop, just calm down, make contact here, it'll go.
That's okay.
Yeah, but you see them all through, they were ripping for, like it's a home run derby, they were going for it, like, calm down.
So what's the, I guess the big question is, you talked about adding a couple fields.
We did, and, geez, you know, municipalities, it's just difficult to do stuff. And, you know, we got some quotes to put it in, and it's gonna be about 80,000. We thought, oh, we could be between that. And then we had to advertise instead, we had to advertise for bids, and we did, and then it jumped from 80,000 to 200. Yeah. So that went by the
At that
wayside.
point, you might as well turn one into.
So what we did instead is Brian came along, we said, you know, we want to do, some batting cages. So we're still trying to help make that happen yet this year. I'm not sure we can, but we're working on it. And so we still have, and we're gonna add some parking. In just a few weeks, we're gonna do that. We've got, just gonna extend that drive about 30 feet from the little driveway, the gravel driveway, because we don't want back. We have a water treatment plant back there in that back corner. We really don't want people back around there. But this will work out really well, I think. And within a week or two, we're gonna start a pretty big road paving project. So there's gonna be a lot of millings. We're gonna take those millings back there, dump them in that. Additional, it'll be just about 40 more.
Was it?
230 feet?
Yeah, I think it worked out because a couple teams played back to back, coming in, back out, in, back out, so I didn't see any fluctuation backing up on the roadway there. So I was kind of keeping on that, I didn't see
It's
any.
usually how it works out. You kind of got a morning pod and an afternoon pod,
Yeah.
right? If it's a perfect rule, there's 6 games on every field, and then you're gonna have like 9, 11, 1 o'clock, all those teams kind of fall in there, and then you've got the 3, 5, and 7,
Yeah.
where they're in and they're out.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it worked out pretty well, I mean, I'd
We're
say.
gonna go ahead and do that piece. And then we've also determined that we still have room to do another piece that's sided, probably another 100 feet wide. We don't wanna get into any further than that on either side of that, because that's what we laid out the 2 additional fields. So make
So
sure.
it's a just in case.
And one of them, the one we laid out is a high school size field, which I'm not sure we really have to have that, but, because we have one high school field out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just did 2,
I guess
whether the
it's,
softball or the.
the 225 cuts you into where you get into the.
That's what you need.
The 225s, yeah.
I didn't really look to see if there would ever be any opportunity. I think the one we talked about, the playground, is there an opportunity to ever move an outfield fence back on the other 210?
I think so, it's one of those things, I don't know.
It's talking about field 3 there.
Field 1 and field 4 probably, you talking about those back fields to move that outfield fence out?
One is the big field, right?
No,
One
that's,
is the
one is the
210.
Little League field,
That's the 210.
Yep, and then 2 is the big field, and 3 is some change.
and 3 is across the way from it,
Yeah,
by the playground.
And 3
And
is
then,
210.
yeah, that'd be the one that would be hardest in field
That
3.
three
Field
would
4 is a
be-
possibility, depending on what we gotta do to make some adjustments, I guess. That's the one.
no,
that
it's
needs
probably
some-
easier to
boards
just build a
and
field, I'll be honest,
Yeah.
with the end job, probably just as easy to.
And
just
that's,
build
that one's a field 4 is a 200, but with the.
And then moving all the fencing
Yeah,
and
a little
Yeah.
weird,
moving
so
a
they told me
building.
it'd probably just cheaper just to build new fields, which is
Yeah.
in there.
Probably would.
And then I guess it depends on where what's your main age groups, is it best to skip another 300-foot field and just, we have one, is that, or is there?
Probably. I mean, you really can't go wrong with any, you can play anything on the big fields.
Yeah,
I mean, they make 10 fences and things like that you can put up, so they just have to hear it.
I guess it really comes down to cost of, like, if in the future they consider turf and stuff like that, and what it costs, and that way it's like, all right, because then we get into that.
Too bad we don't have Cincinnati Reds and St. Louis still not on
Yeah, that
it.
was a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
Did you drive by that day after we left?
No,
You didn't?
I was going to, and then I turned and I got on my phone ring and I was going, but pretty nice to get in there.
Yeah, but,
And like biggest thing is for like, when I talk about, Roxanne brought up the batting cages, cause like we're getting, I got another, it sounds like 3 or 4 softball teams coming in from the Canes for sales and practice lots, utilizing batting cages with fields, by, you know, split them, we can utilize as other fields for practice facilities, brings more eyeballs in the area. But I think we're trying to come up with some things with sponsors and stuff like that as well, and so I'm doing some digging on that to help out any which way we can, town as well, trying to see what we come up with. Obviously, I know turf is always a big discussion, cause that's where it's like you're almost guaranteed to have the tournament.
You will, I mean, it's like this past weekend, we played through, and you can live by it, not by it, you know,
Yeah.
we played through it.
Yeah.
And it's not always the best, but we had a lot of lightning delays, and we come off, and we got started, and we played, and we got all the games in at Greensburg, and Center Lake, and North Vernon, and it's miserable sometimes.
Yeah.
But at least it's only lightning delay, so.
And we did lose a few games,
Yeah.
because we will not keep them in the park
Yeah.
like lightning, and we lost a few games at North Vernon late Saturday night, it's like, oh, here we are, it's, you know, supposed to be 7 PM, and then the 7 PM games hadn't started at 8, and then, you know, the forecast is it's getting ready to hit us, it's gonna last about an hour, you guys wanna wait it out, at that point, they're like, nah, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So the last game was all 3 fields, or 1 field was done, like,
Yeah.
we're sitting at the bracket, so.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that would be the goal, I mean, that would be awesome, if ever we could get 4 turf fields like in North Vernon, it would be full every weekend. The fast pitch sign does exactly what I do, and I work well with those guys, there's 2 of them, they're EAAA fast pitch directors. Tim's out of Columbus and Jason's out of Seymour, and, you know, Greensburg is one we do, Lincoln, Seymour's a lot of parts where, a lot of where it's just the 3 of us, and they come and return.
Yeah, cause I think Cleaver. Yeah, cause I talked with him, he said he's gonna come out here in June to take a look, but I think, Jamie talked with him, I think at our.
Probably.
He said, he's like, you'll probably wanna, so it's like, alright, hopefully get that rolling too, but yeah, it's like, now, this one of those things, like, obviously this is future talks or whatever, but with the turf, do you guys have it to where there's contracts or guarantees, like, hey, if we invest all this money here, is there things that we can say, we're not just gonna be spending the money to spend the money, is there things that say, hey, U-Trip, we're gonna be doing some tournaments out here too?
Yeah, we would, so we did a contract with Greensburg and basically guarantee them, I think it was 15, I don't know, we guarantee 15 tournaments for 5 years between the 3 of us, well, they ran 31 last year.
So that was just the baseball side, but that's also something we can set up the softball side of it as well, or is that step on your toes
Well, it
or
was
anything?
something, no, it was, no, it actually works out really good, because in the fall, with us having, you know, in front of us, Sarah, and in the fall, you know, I've got commitments to those parts of Phil, with Tim and Jason didn't have any turf, so now them 2 Phil Greensburg every weekend. in the
Okay.
fall. Yep, so, but I think it was like 31 tournaments.
So there are some that is like, there are some somewhat guarantees that the town decides, you know, sometime
Yeah.
we can do this, that they know that they can at least start getting their money back in a sense of, you know, or at least
I think.
that's on their
Yeah, I just don't know how soon we can make that happen.
yeah.
I mean, I think we could look at, talk about, maybe trying to do 1 field next year, maybe in a year or 2 after that, another field. I mean, you know, we're just so small, we just don't have the, you know, have the funds.
Yep.
And, you know, we do get money from our cousin fund, but, you know, we have that designated for maintenance equipment and, you know, that kind of stuff, so, you know, we just can't come across that money. And
Of course,
very
our-
often,
too,
what
like,
is
I'm
it now?
curious to see what.
We're still talking like 85, 90, 95,000 to put it turf in an infield.
You're probably, for those 4 infields right there, you're probably 800 to $1 million.
Yeah, that's hard to justify.
I could have somebody come
$3
out
million
and
into
look at it and
it.
give you the actual,
Okay.
he could give it to you spot on.
Okay.
I'll reach out to him. Sprint Turf is a great company we've got good relationships with. I'll call Jeff and see if he's in the area.
Yeah.
And have him stop in, and he's done it locally.
Yeah.
Actually, he can usually just do it from Google Earth.
Really?
We kind of have a pretty good
Yeah.
idea, like, he can get a good ballpark for you
Yeah.
on what it would cost.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that we'll have to piecemeal it, that we'll probably have to do 1 at a time until we can,
Yeah,
You know.
of course, I know, like.
not really wanting to, not wanting to.
Yeah, like-
Things like that, just not gonna do that.
Now with North Vernon, do they get access, cause I know, does U-Trip pay for any of that stuff? 'Cause I know there's always deals to be made in a sense, or is it?
We're in there on weekends, so we lease it from them, and we lease it Friday through Sunday, every weekend. And then they run it Monday through Thursday for their.
So it's shared with the town?
So how was that? I mean, how would something like that work out? If we were interested in doing that with you, Drew?
So the program there with those guys was that they actually had the money, whether, it was TIF or it was through, they
It was
took the
COVID.
loan, or,
They
they
took
actually,
ARP.
I think it was gonna be
American
through
Rescue
TIF,
Plan.
and then I think it came back to COVID money, but they had the money to pay for it, but we did a 10-year contract with them that our rental rates over 10 years would pay that cost back.
That's a great deal.
And
I'd
then so
love
they,
something like that to happen.
it's a great deal for the community over there.
Yeah.
The local programming, the Red League kids get to use that, and they're guaranteed to have that money paid back over the 10
Yeah.
years.
And that's what we're also getting to, where I would say it's the ignorance along the side of knowing what options are out there, or what deals can be
Yeah.
talked about too. It's like, we're coming from one direction, like, there's also this way too, and of course, what interests you, trip and stuff like
Sure.
that, so it's like, what possibilities are out there, and I know North Vernon had some kind of, I was like, I don't know details of it, I don't know how kind of deals were made, or what, that is all their money or something, I'm not for sure.
No.
They bought it outright. I mean, they paid for it outright.
They did.
With the.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did a lot of work on
Yeah. And,
2020 hindsight.
yeah, so there's opportunities for those out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you're kind of seeing is these larger communities that haven't had tournaments and the economic impact, they're finding ways to get the money.
Yeah.
And it's getting granted to them.
Yeah.
And then they're building these complexes, and then they're calling everybody, and they're like, hey, will you guys come run a tournament? Because they want it.
Yeah.
And North Vernon, they have tournaments that we're in, other cities, and so that they figure out a way to do it now.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah. I mean, that's a goal.
And there's some
That's
other
definitely a goal.
areas around you that are, going in that direction too.
I heard something about Madison.
That right.
Yep, so they found a way to, yeah, and that's where it's like, I still think we're in a good spot. I think our location is great. Close
I
to
do too.
Cincinnati, I think, because
I-
Madison's getting down toward Louisville, we are in a close area from Cincinnati, because I knew of course, I work there down in Cincinnati area, so it's like, a lot of those teams are sport league, Southwest Ohio League, and you see them once or twice coming to the U-Trip, and it's like, hey, we're close enough, start going some U-Trip stuff.
Yeah.
I think we can run some tournaments in here, Cleveland, and Foster should see it. I could commit to, I can't say every weekend or a big number, because there's it's a lot of weekends where everything gets on turf now. Of course, Lincoln Park has 6 in Columbus that open next week. And then we have 10 in Saraland, and then you've got Greensburg, and then some of the weekends that happens to fall where I'm in Saraland and North Vernon and Lincoln and Greensburg, it's like, whoa, it's a lot of
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
In the high school fields, we use those a lot too. Yeah. We use Brownstown High School, baseball field in Jennings County, Columbus East, and then we run some high school age stuff, 15 through 18 years old. Some of their high school fields, so. That can be an option too, and I would do the same. We
They
got
got
a
that
program
school.
we run for the high schools. that
Yeah.
Benefits
They may be
that
interested.
we should talk to.
You should. Jared Hutton's the principal over there.
Who is it?
Jared Hutton, Erkhutton. He's a big baseball guy.
Yeah, he's
Like
Brazil
the-
Vipers, 10U.
Okay.
He's a coach for them, too.
Okay.
He's also the principal of South Berkeley.
Gotcha.
Was the baseball coach down at Southwestern when they put that big field in down there. So he's, I helped oversee this project.
I would like to
So,
have a spring term come in here and just look at it.
mhm.
And he may want to be over there and just check it out.
Yeah.
Google or, whatever. Get a good idea. I'll probably have to talk to him. I'm curious. I'd like to see.
Okay.
And there could be some other options out there.
Okay.
I've been talking to Tim, and there could be some things.
Yeah, if you've got any ideas for the financing of it, we'd certainly be interested. It's just,
And we're small.
It being small community
hard.
time to get it financed to go
It
to
is. It's
for
hard.
redevelopment commission. They
yeah,
don't have.
yeah,
And to get the money to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, so if we're looking for different ideas and stuff that you guys have, or options and stuff that, maybe come forward, then we
Right.
That's a big deal.
That is a big
You guys
deal.
can bring a lot of sponsorship money, I know you can sell things off and have sponsorships, put in turf, behind the lake, portal backstops and, one of the businesses, we'll jump all over that.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be new, it's gonna be a lot of legwork from us, because a lot of businesses haven't been used to this now. It's kinda like something new, they're like, wait, what do you want, you know, and you know how it is, it's one of those things, we're such a small community, but one thing about our community compared to, I'd say, the bigger communities, is you're gonna have a lot more people caring around here, because it's so close knit. You're gonna have a lot more people who wanna make sure something gets done, if there's a possibility that we have it. I'd say you'll see a difference from us compared to, say, Seymour or something like that, you know, like, we're making sure fields are edged.
You're right, yeah. Look, like I said, man, I mean, you guys did a great job. And kudos to you.
Yeah.
Brian asked me to come in, and I was like, hey, what do we gotta do? I met these guys up there, I said, man, you know, let's do this, and then I got the pictures, and I'm like, it looks awesome. It looks good. You know, it's edged, it looks good,
Yeah.
there's product on there, and, you know, the park's awesome, and, you know, a lot of compliments on it.
Yeah.
You know, nice pavement around the concession stand, and so you guys did a great job. And, you know, I'm gonna run a couple in there if you'll have me next year.
Okay, absolutely, so, yeah, we want that.
And who knows, maybe we figure out a way to do something different right every week.
I think we'd all love to see it, of course, you know, it's just,
Right.
we're tied up with this whole community, and it's just the way it is.
But
we have more passion, I think.
like, you know, once a month, and everybody knows in advance, you can be prepared and be staffed. Like, yeah, once a month, we're not gonna kill ourselves, we're gonna do what it takes. And there will be a time when we just can't get it done.
Yeah.
And that rained for another hour.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right,
Oh, I tell you
pops
what.
up and rains right after you get them all ready to go, and teams start playing, and then it just drops another.
We have it at 5 in the morning, where it's
They
done.
can go in.
You can't,
No,
you can't, but if you
no.
give it an effort, that's what matters to us.
Yeah.
And the teams, and that was beyond an effort. I mean, it was
They
all
worked hard,
right.
they did.
Because there's been times where we're running it once, because it rained like, this weekend, it rained, we're standing out there, we're like, oh, you can get her ready. Like, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And
I was surprised baseball's got theirs going, because I've been there, I started with baseball back when I was there. I know that one
Last
tournament,
weekend.
there was a couple years ago, we had a tournament there, and they were just acting like they were just kind of lethargic, moving around, like they just didn't really care. I'm like, what play, we paid some money for years, but. they still
That's
kept
what,
going.
this is important, the guys on the teams for both ends. It's a story, I'll never forget, when I was in marketing wars, we were in, rain really hard, and we knew the fields pretty well, they had great dust, they were similar to Brownstown, I know that they drained, we've been there for a year or two. Oh, we can't get these ready, I'm out of town running the tournament, they canceled it, and the next thing I know, this is at like 7 in the morning, or I was like 1 o'clock, I'm getting pictures from teams that are in hotels. I'm like, why are we not playing here today? And they were upset.
Well,
And they
it's
started
expensive.
bashing.
Travel ball's
Yeah,
expensive.
they were stuck at the outlet mall.
Yeah.
And I shocked them, well, you know they're driving. If you cancel a field because it's wet, somebody's driving up there.
Yeah.
And they are going to look like Roman. And so I'm in Washington, Indiana, and I'm getting pictures for these teams, and Mark's like, we messed up. We really didn't think we could get ready, and they didn't do nothing by 1:30.
Yeah.
No attempt at all.
And that changed their way. They did a really good job from there. It's
Yeah.
like they were going to throw everything we had at them to try until there's time. We just know they can
And we learned something too from these of like, okay, how we can go about, how can we approach it better, quicker, what we may need to get, or, so we've already talked about ideas of that too, so I think it'd be smoother for future tap things. I mean, I thought we did pretty well getting going and doing everything like that. And, but I think we could even get it going more efficiently, with learning. It wasn't that a lack of effort, of course, it's just how can we get this going better now for the next
Well,
time.
you never really had to, it kind of worked out good, like you had to experience what it looks like when you get that much rain, this time in the morning, how long is it gonna take us to really get it ready?
Yeah.
And then you know.
I think we got caught back up to schedule, and I think first game was delayed 45 minutes, like, all right, we can take this field down, it's worse than this one, so we'll go to this one first, and we swap it around,
Yeah.
and try to come up with that.
And that worked. Yeah.
I got a text, I'll pull up, it's a friend of mine from Lansdowne had a son playing up here that morning. Seymour came up with.
Well, big.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last name's Terrell.
Okay, Jerry.
He said, hey, and this is Jerry Terrell, I just wanted to say those Versailles facilities are awesome, I highly recommend that place. Are we planning things and they must be the butts and they're just going to make that happen. He sent me the pictures of the field with the water standing up. And
Was
oh,
Josh in it?
and he said, oh yeah, when I showed up, I said, an hour delay, I was like, no way, but they made it happen, they did that. Yeah, so, and there was others, it was Jerry, so it was good.
Yeah.
Had some umpires talking to us too, like, you know,
Well,
We
you
appreciate
know,
it.
we're willing to make that commitment.
Yeah.
You know, I think we've got a good rec league, board of directors there and volunteers and, they'll come out, they'll help and, you know, young guys like this one and that one and.
I didn't feel I was popping some ibuprofen the next day.
You probably were.
Oh, man.
When I got there, Josh was in Bud, you know,
Yeah.
it was that easy. I thought, there's no way you're playing. That was about 9 maybe, I think, and then you were leaving town, but we came back.
After the weather was done.
Well, yeah, all the work was done here.
Did you grab your mud boots with you?
Yeah.
I learned a lesson there, when
Yeah,
I'm running
take
in
your mud
dirt
boots.
parks, I usually throw boots in the truck,
Yeah.
definitely extra socks and shoes.
And it's just
It
like,
was pretty
yeah.
nasty, but they did it, you know, they all chipped in, they worked their butts off, and it was, you know, it paid off.
Kind of touched on it too a little bit, but like, with these small towns, there's a lot of cool stuff here. And to make the experience better, if we can start working with, like, hey, at the weekend, we're gonna pass out, we're gonna go to this, is just a small, you're gonna go to, the ice cream shop up here, or Dairy Queen, or whoever, because we're gonna just passing out advertisement coupons, and, let's market the Airbnbs and market the festivals.
Yeah.
That means a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, we can
There's a lot of
do that for
opportunity
sure.
Even without turf, there's a lot of things that can be done. It's just very small scale and just an appearance that makes it,
Yeah.
and I'm just throwing random stuff on the wall, but just even like really nice foul poles on diamonds, really, that means a lot to
It does.
kids. When they really nice, signs that show the yardage on the left, center, and right on every field, it's the little things that.
It does, 'cause I just say everything.
Well,
Oh, I am
I
too.
live with one of
There's-
those guys.
I am too.
And
And it's,
We have discussions all the time, had a discussion downtown about how deep was that in left field versus right field. And
oh, I look at Jacksonville's field too, and I'm like, right field swopes down the hill, and I'm like, oh. But like.
Connersville does too.
Painted lines and stuff, like the edging, I'm very, like, as a coach, when I go to these different facilities, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of trashy looking, or that's kind of, it's not very clean looking, or it's like,
It just
It
really
does
nice
it.
foul poles and nice windscreen
Yeah.
and signage and edging is like my biggest.
when I talk about the
Yeah.
Canes windscreen, so I was
Yes.
like, well, I like the professional look, I don't like it
Yes.
gaudy, I want it very street, I don't like gaudy, when people have
Yeah.
things plastered
But
everywhere.
speaking of signage, and I was asking Josh, because there's not much signage to get people to that park.
Too far, yeah.
So that's on the list, and we'll take care of that, we'll get something on for 21. We could put something there at McDonald's, because they can actually turn there and make their way
I'm
out.
telling you, with those
Do that.
batting cages too, we'll work to get sponsors and pay.
Okay,
Pay
and
for
then
that, but I will.
get some of that going too.
I will take care, I will make sure since that grant didn't
Yeah.
go through, we still apply for a grant, but it's sports organizations, even for our nonprofit on the Canes for sales side, it's like, we didn't apply for that, or we were not able to, so I'm like, I'll take care of it,
I'll
get
look around.
it.
I gave her, it's been a year or so ago, but I'll go back to her and see
Yeah, just
what.
that we make sure
we can
like,
come up
we make sure
with,
it's like so that's kind of a priority, but I think teams too, if they see a nice batting cage coming up,
Sure.
like
Oh, yeah.
I judge batting
Hey,
cages
that's a
too.
big-
If one looks like it's been around since
Yeah.
1985, I'm like, that's kind of janky here. I'm like, so I'm like, so presentation means a lot.
Yes,
And it's like,
that's brought up a lot, and we'll send out surveys at the end of the year.
and I got a little surprised with the batting cages too. Was
That's a common
so.
Yeah.
thing that people dislike a park for, or why they like it so much, is the weather good.
And warm up areas too, I noticed where kids are trying to warm up an interior part. I was like, well, we put the rope up for the soccer fields, but I let the Bulls know, obviously you can't park there, but like, hey, there's plenty of warm up area where kids can run around. I was like, I know it's technically still the town's property. I was like, and the Bulls coach said, thank you, I didn't know that. So that way they can, because in between games, people want a place to set up for the
Right.
kids to eat their lunch and stuff like that. So I think that's something we can also show of,
That's something I saw Saturday when I went out, that there's picnic tables, I didn't realize they were as bad as they were, so I got on the phone last night, and I think Ryan's got the wire.
Yeah.
Papers for us.
But I like too, the shelter houses that we have in
Between
between
us,
us.
or when we get into doing some of that next season, like banners or, like having some Ohio Valley Sports or Beach Plus banners on the outside of the fences. Or
Okay.
even in the parks when they see them coming in.
Well, we look at big U-Trip flags hanging up coming in, so I was taking pictures
I
of
do
that.
too, I'm all about that. And we used to have
Jamie, he's like-
inflatable arches, somebody stole it one night.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're
They
kidding?
always give me, Jay always give me a hard time about it. He said, "You bought us a new arch in. Bought this arch for $700 and we had it set up at Casting Park, inflatable arch, awesome. And there's a trailer park behind it.
Yeah, I
And they,
know.
we got them on camera, they come through and rode by on a bicycle and I could tell if I think they just pulled the plug. They stabbed it or pulled the plug. And next thing you know, you see him dragging it across the park. So the next morning, the guy directed for me, because he goes, "Hey, did you pull a prank on me?" With Jeff Campbell. Oh, what are you talking about? He goes, "The arch is gone." And he goes, "We literally set it up at 1 a.m. because he helped get the fields ready. And this is at 6:30 in the morning." I'm like, "I didn't take the arch." And so I was over there, the police were over there, everybody was going through this old trailer park where it looks like surely they left a little bit of it hanging out in the shed somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We tore that trailer park apart, we couldn't find our inflatable arch, probably floating down the river. But no, there's stuff like that.
It is, and those are things that I think
Yeah.
I chose where we're at. Does it feel safe for parents to hang around here? Does it feel, it's just one of those things that you look at and it's like, we have a great setup where
It's
we're at, it's
a
out.
setup.
And
My
it's just-
gateway, well, it was Marvin like it, but she just thought it was awesome up there. It was quiet, peaceful.
Got a nice walking
It's
path
awesome.
all the way around,
Okay.
paved.
Let me ask you, all of you, maybe not you so much for me, because these guys don't know, but what are some things that, and let's put them in priority, things that we think we need to invest some money in? Besides turf.
Okay, I
We
was
know
gonna say
turf.
that's
We know that's, I'll put it right in here at the very top in capital letters, okay? We know that, and we're working on the batting
So
cages.
you're working on batting cages.
Yeah, I'll find some sponsorships.
I
I'll
think
find
we
some-
needed, didn't you said, dirt around the
Well,
field one,
Field one,
out the
yeah,
outfield.
I almost wonder if it'd be best just to do a morning track. So that brick dust.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
That
on
would
the
be-
inside then.
On the
You
inside,
know,
because the
fields-
goals are getting exposed for some washout.
It's gonna be a little nice, to get some line out there, but then you're just
Yeah,
dragging it,
Mm-hmm.
and a little elbow grease. and
Okay,
they get-
so,
I think morning track looks good, it takes
Tell me
care of the
what you see
issue,
with morning
it
track.
takes care of none,
Lincoln Park, it's in.
Lincoln Park, so, and the nice thing is too, is Danny goes and sprays weed killer. I know he's gotta do what he gotta do, because weed eater string tears up in the fence, but you see brown, and I'm like, I want crisp green
I
out
know,
there,
I
I
do,
want it
I-
looking
I- yeah.
fresh, and I'm an OCD kind of person, I'm
So
like,
you
but a
think-
warning track gets rid of, have to spend money
so
on weed
warning
killer,
track on the inside then.
or grass killer.
What kind of,
Well, if
do
they
you
go on
like
windy
use,
day, that's where it hits you.
Yeah.
what do you use there? It's like a real fine roll.
You use, you do
Brick
lime,
dust.
brick dust and
Put
lime.
lime,
You could do
put lime and pepper dust on top of it.
Yeah.
Do you like
Okay,
5
you know that.
foot? Do you like 5 foot enough to where it's actually considered a warning track?
Well, when you get it
Yeah, it's
down, when you know
pretty
you're back
good.
there, you're at the fence, I mean, you want.
Yeah. Little things, like I said, as coaches, like I said, when I show up,
I didn't see the restrooms,
Oh.
see, I couldn't be there. Are they in good shape?
They're good.
Clean?
Yeah, they're
we got
clean.
That's
two different
important to
buildings.
people too,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
have
see
the
a good,
soccer building
clean.
has just,
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
that's just a single there, isn't it? Yeah,
I
singles
think
over in the soccer
two.
building, which is just beyond field 3, and then double stalls, and, well, you don't know,
Yeah.
stall and then.
Are you talking about two stalls
And
and
the-
two stalls
is
and
it-
soccer and?
Is it? Okay, okay.
yeah, we have two
I've
different
only been in
buildings.
there
But you look as far as like, and I haven't, but like, can the floors be concrete ceramic coated?
Yeah.
Which I love that stuff,
I think there could be some updates in the
You know,
bathroom.
when you walk in, it's like,
I think
oh,
it
that's a
could
big
clean it up
building.
looking,
Mhm.
because it
It
does
really
look a
is.
little like dungeon
They-
style when you walk in them, at
These
least the ends.
feedback forms we send out,
Yeah.
it's all documented, and we keep track, and we can have it, that's a lot of the feedback too, on parts of the restrooms are horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the
Well, ours
furnace.
are clean.
It's huge.
Yeah, ours are clean.
Yeah.
They're clean, it's just dark.
They're
Yeah.
cement.
They gotta be very more light.
They're
I
dark,
don't know.
and that's what I meant by the
So you
dungeon
could look at
style.
doing some of that concrete coating, that's the lighter color, it's just when you walk in, it looks good.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
go
like
back
that
out there
Taylor
and just
building, because the
look
bathrooms
at
and that main
everything.
part, yeah.
Try to,
Yeah, nobody wants to walk into a closed bath.
I would say the
What's
biggest
that
thing
Cody on the
too
course
is
called?
entertainment besides baseball is one that where I take other kids, younger siblings. What
What's
is,
the cozy on the floor called again?
is it epoxy?
Epoxy, yes.
Yeah,
Epoxy.
It's a.
I know
Garage.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Garage
Yeah,
epoxy.
no,
Concrete coating.
Or old house, yeah. Okay.
Might not be a bad idea to look at a netting system.
Over
It's
there,
center
that's
field.
on my
That's what I was, I just gonna talk about.
For the,
First,
The playground.
Yeah.
I thought about what if, I think there's 6 foot poles on that outfield fence. What if we did like 12 foot poles on that center portion and just, it goes, that way it looks like part of the fence, but it still protects the playground without adding another net where kids are gonna try to climb on or cut holes in and stuff like that.
Cause that does seem pretty close to it.
It is, so I thought about like say the first, the center
Okay.
20 holes, you just put 12 footers in there or something, or 16 footers, it takes care of it. It looks like the Green Mile kind of concept of, but it's safety reason, it's just an idea. It's, some kind of netting.
What about overhead net between the fields? I had somebody, a friend who lives up in Fisher, was watching the Rams.
And,
You guys are spread out pretty far.
yeah, we're spread out.
You're spread out pretty far, which is good. You're wide.
Yeah,
Where
right.
some of these you have to.
Yeah.
I'd say,
You're crammed in there, and they're getting foul balls on.
I was talking with Isaac Sampson.
Yeah,
He was like, just added the 45s at the top of the backstops that helps out
Oh,
tremendously
okay.
too. He said also they push their home plates back closer to the backstop. But I know like technically distances, you gotta have 25 feet, but it does gain you some yardage to, gain you some feet. Instead of 210, you could be 215.
You could,
220.
you just don't want it to be too close.
You don't wanna be too close,
I
and that's
thought
where
something
it's,
else we need,
What's that?
padding on the
yeah,
backstops.
we get that.
You know, and you can.
Push for the whole plate.
We was thought, I thought about
You can have
sponsorship
some
for that
nice
too.
black stuff, you could, and have some sponsors put on there.
Like we have for sales travel baseball court, but anyways, we thought about, if we got sponsorship and pay for that padding, they can then started looking at companies outside that do
Well,
logos on the padding if need be, or, no, it wouldn't be the Canes though, it definitely wouldn't be the Canes, it would just be,
Like Joey said too, though, I mean, it kind of takes away, you put that padding, you do away with that bleacher back there, put it on the side,
yes,
You do.
and it just keeps the refs from being the
It
refs.
keeps
and
people
like-
from sitting directly behind, so like, you got your field. If the padding runs from here to here,
yeah.
they can't set lawn chairs right there and complain at the umpire all game.
Yeah, I thought about
They
like
have
a
to
3
sign over
foot.
the sides or
But they
stand.
can buy director's chairs.
Yeah.
Like I did.
Yeah.
Bob and I did that,
They
one
could.
person.
And it's a,
Yeah,
it's a
we don't
very
get
good
it, but
option.
we like to think that's what.
And the padding's not too much cost, I looked at that actually a few weeks ago, and actually last night I looked at some more, like 3 foot tall, you can get them in different lengths or whatever. We could go probably at straight to the backstop, you can even go to the side angles if you want a little bit.
Oh, on the backstops though, it'd take me forever to pull a picture of, so I'll find it and I'll resend it to you, but you can do extensions on those that are, it's not more chain link, it's a netting extension, so basically they're running
Oh, okay.
a pole across the top, and then that is a black netting. There's a field at Brownstown City Park that does that, and Freeman has those too, so, I'm not sure how.
Send me a picture of that.
Yeah, ours are pretty tall.
They're pretty tall, they can come in.
I think
and
they're 30
run a
foot.
10-foot run.
Oh, I don't know.
And then
They
it's
got
a
45
cable.
on or just straight up?
They just go straight up.
It's like South Ripley, in a sense, he's still saying, put the poles up, and cable across the top, now you can send it up just to the black
And it's
net.
netting instead of
Yeah.
chain link to make it heavy or anything, but you can go like another 10 or 12 feet, and that helps a lot.
Yeah. Yep. We got power
I
lines
will,
on
I will
both
send
sides.
you a picture.
Yeah, I know there's power
And
lines
do
out
a
there.
netting across the top.
Oh,
I'll
is
tell
that
you
right?
that
Is
gets,
that- is that- the
power lines would have to
what
know,
else?
so we couldn't go from,
I
to
didn't
cover
know
the
that.
center.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And on field 4, that's where that saying is too, we can't just keep moving that field to the right to get away from the barn, so power lines right there.
We could ask our needs to vary.
That's
Do you have lights?
No.
No.
We need to ask our PMC to come in and
Yeah. Alright,
Well, they cost the lights are through the roof.
the poles,
Oh, it must go.
and getting tall enough poles, that's the issue,
Should
is
do
that
that park out there on 4 fields, that might be $300,000, $400,000.
For field or everything?
For all 4 of those. Well, I can tell you.
We got a
high school
volunteer
baseball
people, too.
field with all new poles and the real LED, the good stuff, it was $240,000 for one high school field. So can get by with having a few less
Yeah.
holes, you're 300,000 to 400,000. And I may be short there, that's nuts,
Yeah.
crazy, just for life.
But we
You're
have a
better
lot
off
of friends
running
at
another
REMC.
Yes, we got.
We got a
small
lot
community,
of
we got
friends
people
at
that-
REMC.
Like Doug buried our balls for the batting cage, we got buddy that works at RMC, you bring the truck out, we just gotta put fuel back
Is
in it.
yours, Jack, I figure you guys are, what county is the orange?
RMC.
Yeah.
We're REMC.
Ripley County.
Is-
You're Ripley, yeah.
We're in Ripley, yeah. They got an office right there in the hospital, just 7 miles away.
Yeah, we pretty much been everybody, we all know everybody and know somebody,
Yeah.
knows somebody.
I mean, that, it's probably easier to figure out a way to, like you said, with the local businesses and the RMC and some donations to get, you know, some lights put in it and just kind of sell on turf.
Yeah.
That'd be a big deal.
Because that was our biggest thing with the rain and how much delays we do, because we can only delay so long because like we'll run out of daylight by the time you get to the last set of games.
But if you have lines,
Yeah.
you play at 10 o'clock, done.
Yeah.
I can try to give it a minute.
And if you're not out in the city, you're not worried about.
Yeah, that's
numbers.
true. We don't really.
Some of these
have-
parks in town, like out in Clarksville, or,
Yeah.
I don't run there, but the springs I do, they shut them off at 10:15, and they're done, because
Yeah.
a whole bunch of houses will sit behind two of the fields, and it just lights it up like 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
so they have to,
Yeah,
and they will go out, there's no turning back on,
well.
so, but it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
it's
right out
gonna be
there,
something
there's
to
only
look at.
one neighbor, right, that would be affected, right? I think it's just one, until Jeff develops that on his property. I'm gonna see one.
Yeah, there's things that you guys can come up with or find out, like to help out, like possibilities of like, obviously we want to go forward this, we just find money for us. It's like, if there's deals with Utah has for whatever, I know you guys are business too, it's about making money, I get that.
It is, but we give a lot back too.
So it wasn't like that, but just.
No,
Yeah.
so there's things we can do to help with some projects. We have no problem helping, try to fund some batting cages or something that's,
Yeah.
sod or, fencing or foul or whatever it needs to.
Yeah.
Park out.
And that's what we want to do, is we all want, we know what kind of economic impact it has for our community, so it's like, you won't find anybody more motivated around me, compared to.
No, I can tell.
We'll work on it.
You guys got the real testament to you. There's no
And
question.
I don't like that, it's like, it's just like, we're
We'll
supposed to
put
be.
Holly on it.
We wanna
No,
make
that
sure
is-
that we're motivating people, because we care.
You guys do, it can be a really good thing, so.
Yeah,
I just take some baby steps here,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then try to figure some stuff out.
and I'll send you some pictures of our pumpkin festival thing here too, it's like,
Yeah, do that.
I think you would have a lot of coaches, if I went to something like that, and I was in the area, it's kinda, I say, I did a road tripper kind of thing in this area, and the festival, I was like, man, this is like hometown, small town kind of nostalgia.
Oh,
This
yeah, for
would
sure.
They would be, I
Saturday
guarantee.
morning parade.
Yeah.
Is there
Typically,
and a lot of food
typically we'll
vendors?
bring
Oh,
in,
yeah.
that
There's a lot of
parade
stuff.
will be
Local
close
food
to
vendors, I mean,
10,000.
some probably come in from.
Yeah, we have like a Lions Club that does, and they do, have.
Yeah, we've got local churches and,
Yeah.
and then,
It's
we're
very
gonna find
typical small hometown stuff you'd see on a movie. I mean, that's the way it is around here. All the pumpkins set up out there. I think you'd have a lot of coaches talk about that with the entertainment value after the games are done.
Yeah.
There's
Live
some-
music up here.
Yeah.
Is there live music?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's big. Is there a beer garden?
there will be.
I can make sure one.
Well, I'm just.
There will be.
Yeah,
Because that's.
It'll be down there, yeah, down.
It's just literally the block right there, so.
Yeah, next block.
So, you can look at this September 26th, that's time starting to drop, right? Days are getting shorter. I mean, you really only want to run about 5 game slots on a field.
Yeah.
9, 11, 1, 3, 5, you get close to pushing it, 7 o'clock.
I just think for your guys, about you hear a lot of coaches saying.
15 or 20 teams in there, that's gonna be a pretty good impact.
And we can then advertise it over there too with the stuff, because I think just for the entertainment value, like, with the fact that, I know I would, because of the entertainment value, especially when you're coming out and things, it's like, because most people expect these festivals, carnivals happen in 4-H, right? 4-H fairs, and that's, they're never expecting it in all time typically.
And everything in there is like the music and all, that's free, right?
Yeah.
It's free, right? It's all free.
They pay for their rides or something, but that's about
But
it.
The new ride companies, they do a pretty good job.
Even if they're gonna be here too, they come
A lot
in.
more reasonable than.
We can set deals up for baseball teams coming in for rides. Oh, yeah.
Jackson County Fair.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
big rides. It's not like
Bunch
the
of stuff that
Jake
goes upside down.
What, about 5 or 6 little kids rides, and then there's about.
You can see the
10.
newer updated type of carnival rides and stuff. There was something, you think pirate ship and stuff going back and forth and the typical carnival
No,
stuff.
They had the hammerheads last year.
We could also set a deal up,
Yeah,
come up
we
with
have
that
that.
company, like they
What's
said,
that?
said,
The
They're
rocket,
like a cage
they
and
might
they
call it.
spin around, they have the.
bullets.
The bullet, yeah, so call it the
the
bullet.
Gravitron, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very clean, updated looking
Is
festival
it,
with
is
the
it
rides.
Blue Jack that does it too?
No, what is it, yeah, it wasn't, we had lures.
We had lures, yeah.
You would ask.
Could we put it in, somehow limit the cost to where every team, that participates, each player, do they do Saturday like a Moonlight Madness or?
They do a couple different things, they,
That
yeah.
would be a possibility.
That would be a
That's what makes it-
possibility. That would be a
But it might be
possibility.
something where we pay it.
Uh-huh. And
Just
then they-
buy so many bands and each player gets like, I don't know what to do, they do like unlimited rides from.
Certain days, certain they have certain
Yeah.
deals.
Like
Well,
Saturday.
that's Wednesday is what, one ticket drive.
But you know what, Saturday would be a great day.
I don't
because
think they do that, they did it.
Saturday is usually free. That's
It's
like our.
kind of quiet. They don't do.
Do they still have their rides going Saturday?
Oh, yeah, they got them.
What time was that shut on there?
No, they don't on Sunday anymore.
Not on Sunday, they're not doing.
They're not doing Sundays when they tear down.
They tear
When do
down.
they come in though? Is it the weekend prior?
No, oh, they come in, yeah,
They
they'll come in
set up.
Sunday and Monday, they're set up and by.
Wednesday to
Everything
Friday.
starts Wednesday night.
And they run
Wednesday,
through
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
all week, yeah. And
Wednesday
they,
through Saturday.
Saturday's the closing night, so, but either way, it's like they have to dump the
What
eight
time do they
Saturday.
shut down Saturday or anything?
Probably 6, 7 maybe.
Jessup.
Well, on
Jessup.
No, it's later than that.
Yeah, from Centerville.
Oh, somebody's peeking through. Looked like maybe a teenager trying to get in.
I thought for sure we still here on Saturday nights, or was that Friday night? I think, I thought
Friday
Saturday.
night's a big night.
Friday night's the big night, Saturday night
Well,
is
so Friday's the big
slower.
night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if they're coming into play Saturday, maybe we give them, if it's a band, the free rides or so many tickets.
Yeah.
Every player needs to get pushed to come down here and get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come bring your families.
If they're ready, they're gonna struggle.
That's what it's all about here.
Yeah.
Let's go use these ride
And
tickets.
Saturday during the day, they're still running and operating, I think.
Yeah, they are.
6:30, so like,
Yeah,
even if it makes
till
it, they
early.
come down here, get
So
some
it's
start.
still be down.
Until early evening, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause you figure, like you said, in the fall, we're gonna run past 5 p.m. start time with no lights anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're making money, they want to.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right, if they had more people, they would.
Yeah. And that's why I look at
They'll
it.
get it, they'll go to.
Oh, sure they will.
I just randomly had a tournament in Brownstown a few years ago, and I'm from there, and grew up there, and so we have a watermelon festival going on, and, and teams playing the city park, and Coach goes, man, I didn't realize there was a festival going on, this was awesome.
Yeah. And that's why I look at
Watermelon and
it.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So, I got other kids, like my middle son, you don't usually like to go to any baseball games, like he does, but if we know that, hey, there's this festival going on, why don't you go with us and hang, and then, okay, so then it helps involve other siblings that may, don't get
Right.
involved with baseball or softball or whatever.
No, it's a great idea. So, guys, I won't take any more time. I appreciate you having me.
Well,
It's nice to meet
just
meet
stay
you.
in touch.
And I will.
And-
I'll go to work on this and see if we can do something in the fall.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of the netting, so we can see what we can do with that, if we can.
The salt, yeah, if you don't prefer this,
Backstone netting pig.
and also on that outfield fence with the playground, if you prefer to leave that at normal height and we can do something else, just let us know, because I don't wanna do anything that's gonna,
I
Heard
think
something
if you have
else.
something behind it to where, as long as they still hit a little bit over the 210, and it goes over.
It still protects
It's still,
playground,
but they
okay.
didn't have to go over like hit a 30 feet type deal. So we can look at that and brainstorm on that.
Yeah, brainstorm what we should do there.
maybe talk about future, like, is it something you move that equipment? One, I don't know, I didn't, so I just had.
Look like a lot of equipment out there.
No, but,
Well, I was trying to think, just
We'll think
cost
about that.
comparison of move, just,
yeah.
I didn't know if they had like
I mean,
a concrete
we
foot or
put that in,
something.
when we put that in, there was talk about, is this a safe place to do it? And,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
not terrible.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of distance there.
Yeah.
It might be something that you go all the way to the edge of the playground, like if here's the field fence and then where the playground, maybe you get, I can't is it like boxed in, is there like mulch or?
Yeah, there's
whatever?
mulch, and it's kind of
So
boxed
maybe,
in.
maybe this side that boxy, maybe that's where you just go up and.
Put a fin-
You
yeah,
got like
something
some
up there.
nice black chain link, something
You
that
can
just
build,
kind of protects
you
it.
can build like on the inside, like rock climbing walls with some little, on the outside, where then on the inside, it's like little, you do like little play activities on the inside of that wall too.
He's gonna have a zip around going across the before you.
No, I was trying to think of it can be.
I will,
Okay,
send you guys pictures of that, and,
All right.
and I will stay in touch.
and then, yeah, stay in touch and let us know, you know, and let us know your thoughts about next year.
I will.
Joey, another thing is, in the summer, every third Saturday, we do have live music up here on our stage.
Yeah, so there, weekend tournaments.
Something else too.
Yep, catch those.
By the third Saturday, every Saturday,
Not every Saturday.
The
Not
third, the
every
third Saturday,
Saturday.
third Saturday of every month.
when's it start? June.
It starts in June and then it'll run through August, and actually I think there's one in September,
Okay.
about the middle of September.
There's plenty of parking on these little side streets, you come to Square, the annex,
Yeah.
everything, so I mean, it's
I think it's great, what's that out there?
little
Splash pad.
splash
This
pad.
is our park that we built, about 3 years ago now, wasn't it?
Yes.
About $1.6 million, I think, and every bit of money was, except for about 25,000. About 25,000. Rest of it was sought through grants and crowdfunding and, yep. So you rock around.
You know,
right
3 years
around,
ago too, I was
and,
trying to get in here, but
You
then
know, that's when
Sean
I
Farrell
was
had
up
the
there,
lease there,
and
so I was
splash
like,
pads.
and that's why I was dealing with Bates still, and I was like,
For a week or so already, and
it's perfect time, it's been here earlier.
it's been a good addition.
I mean, it's a
The
nice
house-
thing, don't get me wrong, but
there
still,
were
it's like
two old houses
creating
there. One,
turf.
the first one was right next to
It's a lot of money.
It got torn down, and then there was a building, there'd been a
Nice large
multitude of
grants
things, the
around
grocery
there.
store when I was a
Yeah.
kid, we come out of your campus, right next
And
to
now that.
house right there, which is a really important house. And,
Which I don't think it affects us
so yeah,
too much.
we bought the two pieces of property and.
Keep up with Joneses, it's hard,
That
so
building
we
right
didn't.
there is the birthplace of a guy named Jeremy Tyson. And Tyson, he was a newspaper guy.
Yeah, worked
School
with-
of fifth
yeah.
grade, went to print newspapers
Yeah,
back
these
then,
summer
where was over on the
Yeah.
East Coast, he ended up in Chicago, had a boarding house. There was a guy next door, his name was Charles Walker. And he. Charles Walker-
We've been working on, a while ago, I changed her stance a little bit, help her get her hips involved a little bit, she still get a little bit more of her hips involved, but, keep her eyes from bouncing up and down. So we've been putting some work out on it.
I'll teach her one of my LAs to drive or moving. I just like how she does that now.
Yeah.
She just do like this, no?
And I'd like to see her get her hips out a little bit more in that rear hip engagement, because if they get up too tall, their chest, they get your ear, then they roll over, but if they get hip engagement here, now they get here, so they pump them down. They just go here.
You do power here, and I do power.
Yeah, so like a lot of kids, they want to lean back, like, all I gotta do is just get here, but the easiest thing with dipole, is like telling kids on like video games, it's like,
It is, it really looks good.
you know, crosshairs are just good, I was like, no matter trying to learn to do this, it's like your eyeballs. I was like,
We're like, oh, we wanna be able to.
we teach our kids high velocity pictures, go to show how to do this.
You can only get out
I
five.
was like, cause typically
Yeah,
kids,
that's the thing.
we're just trying to get you power, we're trying to get your high position, no matter if it's swinging baseball, softball, like this, or
So,
why you stay
That's the
here.
goal.
if you've ever, when you go out, you're gonna park right here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Go down that street, then come across the other side of the square,
Okay.
and at that first street, take a right, it's gonna head you out to Campbell Highway. But you'll see the church, right, right. If you look straight ahead down the end of the street, you see the school there, and on the left, you see the library.
So
That church
that's
is
how we
that
try to
nice.
teach our kids too.
Finished in 1937, he built it in memory of his mother, and the most interesting fact about that church is, the ceiling has stars made of gold and silver leaf, and they are in the constellation, the way it appeared in the night sky tonight is another God.
That's
Amazing.
That is wild.
He just has an amazing story, and he's
That's
done
the church.
Tyson Church.
That's the church there.
Mhm. Yeah.
Is that slogan for, where people can,
That's
tour
what I'm
it online?
curious.
Or-
Yeah, it's open. Yeah, I'll give you a tour sometime. Come down and
Good to
visit.
see that.
I know your good buddy Carl Knight. I
Oh,
actually was on the phone to him this afternoon. He's got
What is that?
grandbabies, he's got two new babies, you know, two little boys. No, he called Bob, and Bob's, I heard his voice, I said, that's Carl, I'm gonna talk to him. But
Yes.
yeah, so anyway,
Yeah.
he's staying pretty busy.
He suffered me into buying his business here a couple years
You
ago.
haven't told me about it. You doing okay with it though?
We are, the funny thing is I don't work there.
Gotcha.
When we got into that, it was a right fit for the tournaments. BJ and I was like, okay, we got
Yeah.
he went there and I stayed here, but
Yeah.
yeah, Carl, they see him a lot more than I do because he still stops in there a couple
Does he?
times.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was KNG Sports for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yes, long time.
Long time.
Bob was a basketball coach here at the time and started buying stuff from me.
That's who we recruited.
7 years ago.
Was there, so.
What's
We
that?
watched-
That was with Adam Moore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the main command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's Premier Sports now, but, yeah, Carl, he's something else, ain't he?
Oh, gosh. He's a wheeler dealer.
Oh,
What did he
my
tell me
gosh.
that he said something,
Oh.
tagged something on the end of his name, I forget what it was now.
There's a Tanglewood right there, you can see it right there.
Yeah, see the brick building with the black windows and stuff?
Yep.
Just take a look as you're going through
Yeah, the
there.
restaurant right
We
there.
just step out, you can see
I
what
don't
we're
think
doing.
I've ever came this far.
You know, I am afraid of later.
Well, during the meeting.
It's, Osgood Milan, and I came right through here.